Greetings, YouTube, and welcome to episode 132 of the 4,000 Question Challenge. Who is the most inspiring famous woman or man? Most inspiring famous woman or man? Inspiring in what way? Like Alexander the Great is a good example. One of my favorite historical figures, a genius in his own right, um, left a mark on the world that's lasted for thousands of years. His military tactics are still used by tank commanders because they translated well to tank combat. Um, Harriet Tubman was a great and inspirational person. For some people, Gandhi is, even though he was a social conservative and I didn't like a lot of his politics. Um, it all depends on what you need inspiration for. Your entire life to get over a particular problem. It's a complex question. You can be inspired by lots of different people for lots of different reasons. You could be inspired by a line from a character in a film, a totally fictional thing, fictional words written by someone, spoken by someone playing a fictional human. But they can be inspiring to you in that moment, and that's what matters. At the time of this filming, Rutger Hauer died 2 days ago. And listening to the speech he gave at the end of Blade Runner, where he so eloquently says, "Time to die," with that little smile, where he shows humanity and compassion. That was a beautiful moment, and I found that inspiring. And let's not cry. Describe an article you read recently. Um, the last article I read I think, was about some, episode 4,592 of white people being crappy to black people just because black people live. Yeah, I think that was something I read about that particular topic. Because white people using the police as as service. There's a black person who's daring to live their life near me. Arrest them! Bunch of assholes. Where would you film an action adventure movie? Where would I film if I could film an action adventure movie? One of the things would be the aqueduct they're producing under New York City. There's two functioning aqueducts, and they're making a third one. The third one hasn't gone online yet, but it's going to soon, I believe. It may have already by the time you see this. But that would be interesting, I think, like a nice scene, because it's a really big, huge piece of construction area. I think it would be fascinating. Would you rather see Elvis Presley or John Lennon return from the dead? I'm hoping they're just like immaculate. I don't want to see a zombie version of either. But let's be brutally honest. Of the two, John Lennon was far more talented. Far more talented. And it would be nice to see him return because he was murdered. As for Elvis Presley, didn't take care of himself, and he died because of it. So I'll give it to John Lennon on that one. What famous person do you resemble the best? Michael Chiklis? Have you ever had a favorite bar or hangout? There were restaurants that we would frequent a lot um, when I was younger. Places we would hit like every week. You know what I mean? We'd go to dinner on Thursday night at this one place in Manchester. It was on Brown Ave. Brown Ave House of Pizza. Yeah, Brown Ave House of Pizza. It was run by a Greek family, and one of the servers there was really hot. Well, we went there frequently enough that she would have our drinks on the table before we even sat down. As soon as she saw us walk in. If you could paint anything in the world, what would it be? If I could paint anything in the world, what would it be? So it has to be in the world. It can't be fantastical. Of course, the romantic in me says my wife, because I can't paint. But it would have to be a Mona Lisa picture. It would have to be a picture, a painting that captured all of Lara, and in a way that everyone could see it. And it would go down in history as a great work of art, even if it was the only one I ever produced. But there's also the possibility that since anything in the world, it gives me an opportunity to maybe find something that no one else has. How about the greatest hidden archaeological treasure? Because not only would I get to paint it, but I would have found it. What entertainer has the best voice? Again, for what? Patrick Ward-Burton does animated voices so awesome. He is great. But there are great singers, and there are great impersonators, and there are great speakers. We all love the way David Attenborough talks about animals. There are actors that I could listen to him read the phone book. There are ASMR artists I love just because the way the timbre of their voice moves through my head. You can't answer there. I can't give that a definitive answer. It's my mood. It's the subject. It's 1,000 things, and there are just great voices in the world, and we should be happy about that. If you were paid to write a new book on any subject you wished, what would it be about? Well, first of all, let's assume that I would have to have the skill set to achieve that end. Okay, so I would actually be able to achieve the goal of writing the book successfully. I don't have the skill to do that, but if I did, so we're gonna say I'm given a shot of writing one book on any topic I want, and it will be good. How to convince ignorant people to stop being ignorant. What is your singing ability on a scale of 1 to 10? 1. And it's like the second time they asked that question in this book. Wow. Yeah. Apparently, they really want me to sing. They really like the idea of people singing. I don't quite fathom. I have to get a new sticky note because my sticky note seems to have given up the ghost. I use the sticky note to help me figure out where I have left off. But this has been episode 132 of the 4,000 Question Challenge. Thank you for being here. Mandarin has enjoyed your presence as well. Yes, she has. Meow, 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 meow. And I hope that you'll show up for episode 133.